Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Caffeinated Dino and today we're finishing up Day's route in Raptor Boyfriend, a high school romance. That's right, we're on the last episode of Day's route. Goodbye, Ladle. I'm very excited to see how it ends. I'm curious what our epilogue is gonna be. That's what I'm most curious about. Like, do we get to visit her in college? I hope so. I hope to see her thrive in her new environment, away from Ladle, away from Ingrid. I can't wait. That's where my excitement is. After Robert's party, I remember feeling like time had slowed down. Me and Day spent almost every minute together. We both knew we only had so long, so we wanted to make our makeout time count. And to do that, I had a plan. Yeah, I know what I said before about my plans. And it's true that they were, I'm not going to say generally terrible. But then deciding to have no plan was really just another type of plan. I realized that making plans wasn't the problem. The problem was that my plans always involved me trying to be someone I'm not. It's fine to want to be better, or to try and put yourself out there, but I think I was being too hard on myself. I know, I'm starting to sound like you, Doctor. Oh, right, the plan. Well, this one was simple. No, it wasn't actually simple. No, it was actually simple this time. The plan was to have a nice last day of school. Me, Day, and Taylor were hanging out in the halls in between first and second period. Oh God. I hope Robert's okay. I was handling the whole moving away from Ladle thing pretty well. That's it. I'm not leaving. Stella. No, they can't make me. I guess they can't, but after they close up for the summer, you might have to leave for, you know, food and water, air conditioning, the necessities for survival. But Taylor, I'm gonna miss the school. The tiny chairs, the mysterious mold, the creeping rumors. I'm even going to miss my stinky locker. It still smells from Robert's sock, eh? Yep. I tried my best to scrub it and spray air freshener, but it's a stubborn stink. It just didn't want to leave, just like me. But now I must leave it. I'm not sure I'm ready to say goodbye. I get that you're feeling nostalgic right now, but it's just a funky smelling locker. But it's my funky smelling locker. Yeah, Taylor. You know, I knew I shouldn't have said anything, but for some reason I said it anyway. I'm sorry, you're right. It's just that everything's changing so fast. The highway expansion is almost here. There's a bunch of new kids being shown around for next year already, and I don't know. Ladle High already feels different. I guess I'm really gonna miss it here. You know? Yeah. No. You're not gonna miss it at all? I don't know. Maybe? I'm just more excited about what's next. I'm tired of staring at the same old walls. Time for some new walls to stare at. I just can't believe I graduated. Ha ha ha. I guess I'm better at this whole school thing than I thought. I was fully prepared to have to do summer school or something. You can do it anyway. Pick up a few extra credits just for funsies. That sounds like your kind of funsies, not mine. Okay, I guess we should head to class. Yeah, I guess. Oh, good, Robert's alive still. I was worried that if we didn't stop him at the gorge, he may have jumped it anyway. I'm glad to see that is not the case. What the? What are you three doing here? What? Going to class? No. You did not just say you were going to class. Tell me you did not just say that you're going to class. We didn't say it? We said, something else? That we're going for bath? Good. Because today is National Skip Day. It's what? National Skip Day. It's only the best holiday, like, ever. Taylor, what is he talking about? It's the last day of school, basically. And because everyone's grades can't change, there aren't any consequences for skipping class. It's not only consequence-free, it's accepted to skip. Actually, no. It's expected that you skip. Taylor, you knew this and didn't tell them? I forgot, okay? Now that you mention it, it does explain why there was, like, nobody in first period. Yeah, we basically did nothing in English today. Mr. Graciano just handed out a crossword puzzle. Exactly. So wait, why are you here then? Looking for you three. Oh. I mean, come on, it's Stella's last day here. I'm not about to let you waste it by actually going to class. Let's get out of here. Skip class? Yes. Wow. I've never done that before. Me neither. Alright. You know what? Let's do it. Thanks, Vigilante. I was a little worried there for a second. I had to walk here and it's a lot farther than you'd think. I grabbed my stuff and said one last goodbye to the hallways of Ladle High. We piled in my truck and headed to the lake. When we got there, Robert went up to the biggest tree he could find and started doing something. He wouldn't tell us what. He said it was a surprise. There. Now everyone will always know. Know what? That we were here, and we were glorious. Wow. Yeah. Right. It does just literally say, we were here, though. So how does anyone else know who we is? I mean, are? You know what I mean. Oh. I actually don't think it really matters. We know, and that's what counts, right? Totally. Nice save. Yeah. I couldn't help but think about my first day here. I can't believe it's barely been a year since I was here, hanging out for the first time with all of you. I was so nervous. I don't think I ever told any of you this, but my detention story was a huge lie. Yeah, we know. Wait, really? Yeah, it was kind of obvious. Aw, man, that's so embarrassing. Shit. I guess my whole are you worthy thing did kind of put you all on the spot, huh? Well, kinda. Yeah. My bad. But you were the first person to talk to me at school. Just the fact that you invited me to the lake was unbelievable to me. Really? Duh. You made probably one of the most memorable entrances I've ever seen. You skateboarded in looking all badass and did a prank on you. Well, yeah. But you were the class rep, and you were cool, and you wanted to hang out with me after school. Yeah, sounds like a better first impression than I made. What do you mean? The first thing you saw me do was fight with Ingrid. Actually, I saw you fighting with nobody. What? Ingrid was invisible, so I kind of thought you were yelling at me. Right. Damn it. Definitely not my best moment. But you were so nice to me. You started my education on what constitutes a party. You helped me prepare for the lake. You made me feel like it was okay that I was some bumbling dork. And then I made you feel terrible. I should have felt terrible. I hit you with my car. You what? You barely nicked me. It was nothing. Nice stunt, Taylor. Way to talk and roll. It wasn't some stunt. I still feel bad about that. But you just immediately tried to make me feel better by turning it into some joke. What was it again? I said I get hit all the time. And sometimes when it's a bad one, I have to turn the drivers into mulch. Wow, that's dark. You had to be there, I guess. Then you said you'd come to the lake with me. That really helped me feel like I could do it. Because you were there for me. You all made this year one of the best years of my life. It was pretty great, wasn't it? It had its ups and downs. Yeah. It definitely had its moments, though. Yeah, like the time we pranked the hell out of you two. Yeah, it's not really a great prank if phone call when the person you call knows it's you the whole time. You weren't there for when Stella called a serial hotline and said her name was Robin Hood. Whatever, it was really funny at the time. And we got Robert good too. You left yourself wide open for that one, dude. For someone who calls himself the prank tour, you kinda got shown up. You got shown up by the queens of pranks. Nah. Yeah, you did. Okay, whatever. I totally got all of you with my Ladle Ripper prank. Especially Taylor. What? No, you didn't. Come on, you were horrified. Was not. Look, we were all on edge that night, and we all got a little bit spooked. Except for Taylor, who was a lot spooked. Nice one. Alright, fine. Maybe I was a bit freaked out. Just a bit, though. Taylor, you don't understand. You came alive that night. I saw a fire in you that screamed, I want to live. And the fact that I caused that fills me with pride. Well, I'm happy that my terror did that for you. We all just stood there for a second with big smiles across our faces. Then Robert took in a big breath of air and exhaled, like he had just eaten a delicious meal. What was that about? Huh? Nothing, I'm trying to take in this moment. Soon it's going to be gone. Soon, the Ladle I used to know will be gone. Damn. Yeah, where did that come from? Hey, I can be deep, okay? No, it's true. The other day I had a random family in a minivan ask me where the nearest supermarket was. Huh. They're shit out of luck. Yeah, but it just made me think. How long until they start building one? Who, the family in the van? What? No, just they. I guess it couldn't always stay boring old Ladle forever. That family didn't freak out? They looked at me weird for a bit, but not really. They were surprisingly unfazed that they were talking to a Bigfoot. Weird. I think word is starting to spread now that more people are visiting Ladle. Most of the new people I see are just kind of nosy about us. No one has been a jerk yet. A couple college kids came up to me wanting to shake my hand. Why? I guess because I'm a Raptor and they sense I could hang. So far, they're all just tourists. We'll see what happens when more people start to show up. Yeah, eventually everyone is going to know, and then, well, either the world will lose its collective shit, or things will be fine. Wow. Yeah. Welcome to being an adult, I guess. I feel woefully unprepared. What do you mean? All the teachers said grade 12 was meant to prepare you for adult life, so be ready for a tough year. Huh. Yeah, right. This year was a joke. Right? Like when they had that group project? Oh yeah. We just kept putting it off and putting it off. Robert, I have to give it to you. You are amazing at finding ways to procrastinate. Hey, that wasn't all me, okay? No, we clearly were looking for a way out of actually doing work. But that way out was you constantly telling us some random story. Right? There was one about how you swore you saw a UFO. I said I might have seen one. Might have. All I know is that there was an orb of light that moved in an unlikely flight trajectory. That's a healthy amount of skepticism. That's all I'm doing, just presenting facts as a reasonable Raptor. The point is, we goofed off that entire night and still managed to pass. Yup. Still the same old Ladle high. We stayed there reminiscing until it was time for me to go home and pack. Then, as much as I didn't want to admit it, it was time for us to say goodbye. I said goodbye to Robert and Taylor first. Well, Vigilante, it's been a slice. It totally has. I just want you to know that you are like a completely righteous girl. And I'm not just saying that. I know you get kind of down on yourself, and I get it, but you're awesome, Stella. You really are. I was inches from tears. I just hope we get to hang out again. I'd like that. I won't do it. Won't do what? I was going to make a joke about seeing you in another 5 years. But don't worry, I won't do it. Taylor! Stella? Taylor? No, but seriously. I'm gonna miss having my camp friend living down the street. Taylor? You made this year worth it. And all joking aside, whether or not it's in 5 years or 5 days, I'll just be glad to see you again. Me too. But for you. Hey. Hey. You know what's funny? What? I spent so much time thinking about leaving this town, but I suck at goodbyes. I tried my best to laugh so we wouldn't cry. I couldn't handle this. The other two were one thing, but they? How can I say everything I want to say to you? You came into this town and you made it brighter. There are so many memories that just wouldn't have happened if you didn't make them happen. Like the first day we met. You were so cute. Like when you dropped me off last after the lake. I couldn't help but hug you. I just felt such an immediate connection to you for some reason. You did? Totally. And when we did that school project, I found one of your books after. I know it sounds dorky, but when I gave it back to you, our fingers touched and it was like a shiver went down my spine. But like, in a good way. Oh my god, me too. Really? Are you kidding me? That night when we first left over, I dreamt about you. You did? No. Come on, tell me. Okay. But it's so embarrassing. Hey, it's me. I dreamt that you were in your underwear and surrounded by wine, but you looked like that famous painting, Venus de Milo. Milo? Milo? I should look up how to pronounce that. Oh my, Stella, so spicy. I told you that it was embarrassing. I hoped that you liked me. Like when we were at Robert's on Friday the 13th. And we were outside looking for the Little Ripper like fools. I so wanted to kiss you. Me too. Do you think we would have if we weren't interrupted? I know I would have. Even the times that were kind of painful, they're better because you were there. Like when I found out I didn't get my scholarship, and you were just there, without me even having to call. Yeah, but Ingrid still got there first. But it was you that I wanted with me. That sketchbook you gave me helped inspire me to keep drawing. Even if I couldn't admit that at the time. I don't know what I would have done without you here with me this year. I don't know what I would have done without you this year. No, you don't understand. I'd be miserable right now. I mean, I am upset that you're leaving me here all by myself this summer. You won't be alone. You have Robert and Taylor. Yeah, but you know, they aren't you. Aww. Are you gonna be okay? I'll be fine. What about Ingrid? How has she been? Well, she's gone from haunting me to just jokingly spooking me. But you're okay? Yeah. We're good. But I'm looking forward to not having to deal with sudden jump scares. Good. Just laugh at my pain. I'm sorry. I wish that we had at least one more night together. I know. Me too. Just promise me that when you move back to the city, you just keep being you. Because you're amazing. If I never see you again, Why would you never see me again? I don't know. Something could happen. Maybe you'll move on with your life and... Don't talk like that. I know. I just... Promise me. I promise. Thank you. It doesn't have to be a goodbye, though, does it? You mean... Is this it? Yeah. I don't know. Everything seems so... up in the air right now. I know. You have my number though, right? Yeah. Just give me a call. I'll always answer. Now we say I love you. I love you. I love you too. We held each other there for what seemed like hours. But eventually we had to let go. Eventually we had to say goodbye. As we left the lake, we decided to leave our own mark. So we carved our initials in the tree. We met up with the others by my truck, and then I gave them all a ride home. One last time. I knew the only thing left to do was to go home and pack. But instead, I did one more lap around Ladle. I passed by the school, and I thought about how this year I wasn't scared to walk down the halls anymore. I didn't eat my lunches alone in the bathroom. I had friends. Goodbye, Ladle High. I passed by the lake, and I thought about all the firsts I had this year. First time getting drunk. First time having a sleepover without parent supervision. First time going to a real party. First time skipping class. First kiss. First flying. Goodbye, the lake. I looked in the rearview mirror and thought about how long ago last September felt like. I'm going to miss this town. I'm going to miss giving everyone rides. I'm going to miss driving on these roads. It all looked different. It felt different. As I looked in the mirror, I caught my own reflection. I was different. And not in the way that I was trying to force myself to be back at the beginning of the year either. I didn't become some outgoing uber cool girl. I was still me. Still Stella. Just different. That's when I decided that I needed a look to reflect that. So I stopped off at Sal's Convenience and bought some hair bleach and headed home. When I got there, I found myself staring at the TV, trying to pretend like it was any other day after school. Don't worry, Danny. You'll get used to the big city. Says you. Laugh track. Yeah, it didn't work. Dad left me one last note. Hi, honey. I've been doing a lot of thinking, and what I said the other week came out wrong. I wanted to move so badly because I wanted to be able to spend more time with you. Being closer to work would help with that. But I didn't consider what you wanted. You've grown up so much, I didn't realize it isn't just all about father-daughter time anymore. You have your own friends and your own life. I should have realized how much Ladle means to you. I'm sorry. You're your own woman now, and I should let you make these decisions with me. I'm so proud of you. Love, Dad. I went to the answering machine, and for a second, there was that familiar feeling of excitement that I would get. I'd come home wondering who called, and maybe one of my friends left me a message. But there were no messages left. Dad had canceled the phone plan yesterday. Watching him do it finally made the move feel real. I went to sit in the window to think, and there you were. Dad must have found you in one of my old boxes. I'm still really sorry about losing you in the move and totally forgetting about you all year. I was so excited to finally be able to tell you everything, but I had some business to take care of first. The different states of Stella. Chilled, rare. Freaking out. Daydreaming about cereal. Drunk, super rare. Early for school. What were the Edo period dynasties? Alright, because she likes history. This is cute. I like this. I'm glad we got it. Yee! Ah, 6 and 7 for both of them, huh? Damn. Alright, let's close it out. With the phone plan being cancelled, I couldn't call anyone. So I just laid there for a second, with the hair dye beside me, ready to do the most drastic thing to my hair I've ever done. Then I realized something. I wasn't as scared as I thought I would be. And I thought maybe change isn't so bad. I took a deep breath and thought, this was it. I knew that if I went through with it, there would be no going back. Well, technically if I waited long enough, it would grow back, but you know what I mean. Was I really ready to move on? Did I give myself enough time to say goodbye? Well, what do you think, Doctor? Alright, well, I personally think I did a pretty good job for it being my first time. Apology accepted. Huh? Oh. Well, after I did my hair, I came up here to tell you all about, well, everything. I guess that's it. That's the whole story. Well, there is one last thing, Doctor. You know, the family that's moving in here has a young daughter. I guess I thought maybe you could help her through her teenage years, like you helped me. Let's keep Teddy this time. On second thought, I can never give you away. I might need you in the future. I mean, come on, I'm going to college soon. Who knows what kind of crap I'll go through there. Thanks, Doc. Okay, let's get out of here. It's been a good year. That's the end of it. There is the after credit scene, so we're gonna wait for that. But this was cute. I liked it. I liked following Dave's story. Raptor boyfriend, a high school romance. 1 year later. I forgot the credits were so short. I can't believe we're doing this. I know, right? No, you don't understand. I've wanted to go on a road trip ever since I was a kid. Be excited. It's gonna be so freaking awesome. So awesome that you'll be like, wow, I can't believe how awesome that was, Day. Then you'll be like, I know, Stella. I too am completely blown away by the absolute full throttle nature of the awesomeness that was this trip. Then you'll be like, Day, how can we ever recover from our minds being blown to smithereens by the force of said awesomeness? Then you'll be like, that was really fun. Okay, I think we killed it. You know what I'm really happy about, though? What? I get to spend so much time with you. I know. It's been hard. I mean, I love when you come over, and talking on the phone is nice, but I, miss you. Is that weird? No, I miss you too. You do? Duh. Well, I told you that we should just move into my apartment already. Wouldn't Vanessa and Jacqueline get, I don't know, annoyed? What? No, they love you. Really? I kind of thought they were already getting sick of me hanging out there every weekend. What makes you think that? I don't know. Vanessa's like the Loch Ness Monster. And she does these amazing landscape paintings. Jacqueline makes her own clothes that are like way more stylish than anything I've ever worn. They're just both so cool. Stella, I think you're cooler than you give yourself credit for. Says you. Damn right. I want to move in. It's just my dad says I should stay focused. It's just my dad says I should focus on university, at least for the first year. I get it. But the year's almost over. It is. How's that going, by the way? School? I'm still struggling. I still have a ton of reading to do after the break. What is it now? The Middle Ages? The Cold War era? Roaring 20s? No, I'm actually doing research for my thesis. Cryptids throughout history. Oh, wow. They're letting you do it on that? Yeah, I'm actually really excited about it. But it's really hard to separate the myths from facts, so yeah, struggling. I can't imagine having to do, like, actual work for college. Oh, don't even give me that art isn't real work crap. You're constantly working. Last time I came over, you'd been up all night trying to finish a painting of your hand. Okay, but then there was a time you covered the entire floor of your apartment with figure drawings and studies of human skeleton. Yeah. And the other time, you pulled an all-nighter memorizing all the human back muscles. And, okay, fine, you're right. Sorry, I just see how much energy you put into it. I don't want you to sell yourself short just because other people don't consider making art real work. It just doesn't feel the same as high school. That's because you enjoy doing it. I guess that makes sense. Speaking of which, I wanted to give you this. Yay! We got the last comic. I love it. It looks so good. Oh my god, Day. This is so nice. I wanted to make you something that's just for you. I love it. Ah! What is it? A squirrel? We're going to Newfoundland! Oh my god, Day, I think I just crapped my pants. You did? It's an expression. Doesn't matter, because next stop is Montreal. What? We're still stopping in Montreal, right? Yeah? I'm just trying to slow my heart rate down. Come on, Stella, get amped. You know, last year I never would have thought this would happen. Now not only am I going to college for art, but I'm traveling too. And I'm doing it with you. Oh, she did say that in 5 years she wanted to be doing a road trip through Canada. Okay, now I'm amped. Woot! Woot! Yay! So Day's living out her dream then, right? Because she said in 5 years she wanted to be going to college and traveling across Canada. And she's getting to do that. She's getting to do both of those. What a fantastic outcome. I love it. So good. So next up is Taylor's route. We'll be starting that next, obviously. I'm curious how different his is going to be. Brandon is not as antagonistic, outwardly at least, as Jessica and Ingrid came off in the beginning. So I'm curious what their drama is going to be. I wonder if they've dated also. And that's why he's the way he is. You know what I mean? Like maybe they also dated and broke up. But I guess we'll find out. Okay, that's the end of that. Well, thanks for hanging out with me. We're gonna pick up tomorrow. I think tomorrow is the next day. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed Day's route. Which route did you like more so far, Robert or Day? That's what I'm curious about. Do I have a favorite? I'm partial to dinosaurs. I love dinosaurs, but I really liked Day's route. It was nice. I vehemently dislike Ingrid. And Ingrid did not get redeemed in my eyes. So that's upsetting. But I'm also really happy to see that Day is getting the outcome she wanted. She managed to go to college. She's doing art, which is something that she seemingly loves. She's traveling. So, all good stuff. Not that Robert going to therapy wasn't good stuff either. That was also good, especially for his PTSD. He desperately needs it so that he can move forward with his life. Yeah. That's going to be it for this one. Please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. It really helps the channel grow. And I'll catch you next time. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bye!